a week, right? You know, so that's 320 miles a month. Or no, it's 40 miles one way. So it's 80, 320 a week, 1,200 miles a month, even though I'm only using my car twice a week, right? And these people in, let's say, LA maybe only drive 5 miles to work, but they sit in traffic for like an hour and a half just pumping exhaust out into the fucking air, right? So he's just thinking like, we'll just make it about mileage and about tax it. You know, we'll just tax the mileage and that'll fix everything. It's like, dude, you're not thinking of the rural person who actually has to drive like just to get to town like several miles, even though I'm way more... I'm running solar power right now. Like, I exist on solar power. I use like, so I got a 5-gallon water jug here. I probably use 5 gallons of water every 3 days. That's how much water I use. You got people just turning on water, you know, just letting it fucking run, going in the shower. I take 1 shower a fucking week. Maybe I shouldn't admit that, but I don't mind. It's how I fucking live. And actually, I totally believe in it because there's nothing that makes you want to take a shower more than taking a shower. You take a shower, and then immediately, like, the next day or even a couple hours later, like, you don't feel clean anymore. If you just let yourself, like, the oils build up, you just let yourself get a little bit dirty, you know, you just kind of work it in, you know, and then when you take that shower, you really appreciate it, you know, But now I'm really rambling because I'm getting a little bit buzzed now. We've been talking for a couple hours. I had a couple beers. I'm starting to feel pretty good right now, huh? But yeah, man. Like, I know that I live so fucking like environmentally consciously, and it's part of the reason I live the way that I live. Not the whole reason, but it's part of the reason. And then this motherfucker just comes in like, oh yeah, but we're gonna tax you for mileage.
Yeah, well, and that's ridiculous. As far as, like, I don't need to repeat your point to just say that that's fucking stupid. I mean, it doesn't take into account the person that has to just travel far to live their life, even if it's infrequently. So,
right, and the thing is like it acts like that. We don't need people living in rural areas. Like, you need people, we want to have people, like, spread out across the country, you know? So, it's not like, you know, we can't have this idea, well, you should just move to a city. What the fuck are you talking about, I should just move to a city? Like, go fuck yourself.
No. Eminent domain, motherfucker. Anyway, well, speaking of... talking for a couple hours. We are running pretty late, so you wanna land this shitbird?
Yeah. I think we bring her down because I think we actually might have found ourselves into a 2-parter this week. You know, so
could be. We'll see. But all
right,
I guess everybody. What? Go ahead.
Well, no, we can have this on the air or not, you know, but. I don't know. I think it's nicer for the listening audience. We just cut it right in the middle, you know. So hopefully you're listening to part 2 right now, but we'll see how that works out.
Fair enough, bud. Well, it's been good catching up. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for listening. This has been the Loose Stool with Matt and Nick. If you'd like to follow us on social media, that is at Loose Stool Pod on Twitter. And hey, send us an email if you feel like it. Any commentary you got, we'd be glad to read it. That is loosestoolpodcast@gmail.com. And if you'd like to buy us our next beer, we would be ever so grateful. That is Loose Stool on Patreon. Anyway, we hope you're all doing well out there. We love you. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next time.
I don't love you.
One of us does.